Oh, hi. I finally got this darn piece of castle that I was trying to get for a little while. You know, budgets and whatnot. Some of us don't get all the Lego sets for free just because we review them. Wouldn't that be nice? I pay for my. Anyway, but I got Dumbledore's office. And this, by far, has got to be one of the two best sets when it comes to the modular castle thing that they've been doing with the little sets. I mean, obviously, the Chamber of Secrets is going to be the best. Funny how the two most expensive ones are the two best ones. Gee, I wonder why. But they all come with the coolest stuff. Obviously, Chamber of Secrets had all this wonderful things. This is quite a remarkable set. It was really fun to build as well. Okay, well, I mean, all right, there was some of it that was kind of tedious and annoying and not as stable. That's a big complaint I have with building Lego. I need it to be stable, and by stable, I mean once pieces are in place, I should be able to hold it every which way and upside down. Clutch power. It's called clutch power. Lego couldn't patent building blocks, but they patented the specific measurements for clutch power. And it's the clutch power that makes it able to lift the entire thing from any spot. Having said that, I prefer any Lego set at any point to have clutch power to where I can pick it up from anywhere and it's fine. I mean, not anywhere, but the problem being when I'm building a set, I'm very thorough with making sure the piece is all the way on, nice and snug and tight from every angle. And sometimes it's the putting these pieces on snugly and tightly that suddenly too much pressure demolishes the whole thing. That's happened to me a couple times, including when I was building this. At one point, I'm like putting some piece on and then, I gotta put the whole thing back together. So the point being, when I'm building a set, once a piece goes on, it should be nice and secure, and I should be able to secure said piece myself without the rest of the set falling apart. That's all. Anyway, great set. I mean, look at the outside. It looks fantastic. You've got some greenery here. It opens up a little bit if you want. Look at that. You got little Dumbledore's. Sorry, it's too big. You've got the entrance to Dumbledore's office here with the Phoenix thing. And if you turn this around to the preferred side, as far as I'm concerned, look at that. All this wonderful stuff. And look at all the stuff this set came with. Now, so you've got the library, including this librarian. I love it when Lego includes characters that, like, literally I have no idea who that is. I had no idea who that was, and I Googled her, and I could only find, like, one or two pictures. Because I don't think she has any dialogue in any of the movies, and she's barely in the background of, like, one or two scenes in the entire series. Which is why I had no idea who it was, but apparently she's the librarian, and she has a really cool big feathered hat. So I like that minifig. This Hermione, another great Hermione. They've been doing fantastic with Hermione. I love this face. This just encompasses Hermione. Oh, good job, camera. This just encompasses Hermione perfectly. Just a little... So she's having fun with the books here because it's got a nice little play feature where from the back, these little vines here can be pushed in. This was one of the pain in the butt things to build. Because I'm trying to make... It's frustrating because sometimes a Lego set isn't secure and sturdy and stable until it's done. So while you're building, some of these parts and pieces are so fragile. You have to be very careful until it's complete. But this was kind of a pain in the butt. It's like, yeah, cool, these little books come out. I mean, you can't really see, but little books come out. And if you open the books... It's kind of flimsy. I'm not even gonna, because it's kind of flimsy, and then you gotta get the books back in there. But there's stickers on the books. One of them's got the face coming out of the page, like one part in the movie. So that's cool. You got a little library. There's even another chocolate frog here. I like the aesthetic of the whole thing. And then we got Dumbledore's office. I mean, come on. It's Dumbledore's office with another awesome Dumbledore. I got him in his, behind his desk there. I don't want to mess with him. And then this baby fox, his little phoenix being reborn. That's a nice touch. I love it. We got another sorting hat, which is cool. I think it's my third? Or is it my second? One or the other. I think it's my second. And then we got Felch. It was cool to get him, and he's got his little cat. I'll tell you, probably the best thing about this set, one of the two best things about this set. This isn't just a cat, and it's not just Filch's cat. You know it's Filch's cat. Because it's mad. Even his cat is mad. Probably because of, what happened in the Chamber of Secrets. You murdered my cat. So that cat dies, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. Anyway, we also got Snape. I only have a couple of Snapes, so it's nice to have another Snape. And then you do get the Sword of Gryffindor. The Sword of Gryffindor. With the fancy schmancy red little jewels. All right. I just didn't want to take it off. With the fancy schmancy jewels. This particular sword, did it come in? Yes. No? Did it? It might have come in one of the other castle sets, like the Chamber of Secrets, if I remember correctly. But I might be mistaken, because I want to say the only other place you could get this sword was one of the blind bags. But I can't remember. But they have other versions of this sword that are simpler. But to get the fancy smancy one with the nice little jewels, that kind of reminds me of Captain Navarre's sword from Lady Hawk. Man, what I wouldn't give for a Captain Navarre sword or a Lady Hawk set. You should see Lady Hawk. It's one of the greatest movies ever made. Yeah. So it's still a rare piece, hard to come by piece. And they always love sticking those in the expensive sets. And then up here you've got the little fountain thing where Dumbledore puts his tears or whatever. His memories, and the tears that was in the thing. That's a different thing. But the memory thing's in there, and it uses one of those cool new soapy, bubbly, sparkly pieces. So that's awesome. And the piece de résistance, without a doubt, the highlight of this set is Harry. That's funny. That's usually the worst part of all the Harry Potter sets because we have so many of them. But this invisible cloak is absolutely phenomenal. I love it. The way it shimmers, the way it's got this lovely rainbow effect, it just looks stunning. It looks gorgeous. But it looks even better on the other side. I mean, it's like a Persian rug or something. They did the beautiful design to make it look so accurately, just like the one in the movie. So just the attention to detail of the design of just this cloak piece is phenomenal. And this is the first time this has ever been featured. This is the only set at this point to get this cloak piece. Will that remain the case? I don't know. But regardless, I'm so stoked to have that. And I know one day, years from now, everybody's going to be clamoring for that. Because that's going to be a hard one to keep track of. That's going to be a hard one. Kids are going to be ripping it. Kids are going to be losing it. It's going to get crinkled. To find one in beautiful, pristine condition in 20 years is probably going to be worth a pretty penny, I bet. So overall, this set, I mean, it was a little pricey. This is like, what, an $80 set? Is it worth $80? Yeah? Like, with caveats. Like, if you're just getting a Lego set, maybe not get an $80 one like this. But if you're into collecting the castles, or you specifically want some of these minifigs or some of these accessories, absolutely. Because considering all of the accessories, plus all of the minifigs, plus the exclusive pieces, plus the playability and the displayability of the set, Absolutely, it's worth the money. Because you know it, just like the others. Take this off, take that. Oh, I think I just did it wrong, and the whole thing's gonna fall apart. But yeah, oh, there we go. Yeah, these come, you know, because it's it's a modular. I'm gonna leave it like this and put it on the other thing. But I love it. Fantastic set. I'm stoked to have it. I hope they continue this. I still honestly believe they will. I think we're gonna get more castle pieces next year. I really do. Otherwise, if we don't, great. I'll be saving money because I have all of them. Hurrah! But this one is definitely one of the best ones. As far as minifigs, accessories, like I said, it's just, you're getting so much in this set that you only get in this set. So, by far worth it. But speaking, let's see how it looks with the rest of my castle. Well, alright, would you look at that? Yeah, there was no way I was going to put it on top of anything, at least not at this point, without rearranging everything. I mean, in the instructions, once again, they have a very intricate, like, put this here and this there and this there for all of the sets on how to put them all together into one big set. But I'd have to take this whole thing apart and this and that, start from scratch, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep just putting it together the best way I can because I'm not trying to, yeah. And honestly, it looks fine because I just want to display the glorious minifigs, accessories, and set pieces, really. So altogether, this is every one of the sets that go to the castle. Now, the bathroom leading down, those are fantastic, especially for the value. The bathroom's probably one of the best ones, too. We got all the Chocolate Frog cards. We got the Clock Tower. And you got Dumbledore's... like, look at that. Like, this is numerous. And this one set is like half of all of the others put together. So that's definitely a pretty good value. Of course, this one over here was one set, which I think is the best. I mean, those minifigs and all the stuff that comes with. But all together, my castle has got quite a lot of going on. And I love it. And I think it looks great. And I'm excited to be lucky enough to be able to afford these. Yeah, I will continue to get any more if they make more, and if they don't, I will be happy with the fact that I have all of these. Okie dokie.